Do you think peace requires an end to war or tigers eating only vegetables? Does peace require an absence from your boss, your spouse, yourself? Do you think peace will come in some other place than here, some other time than now, in some other heart than yours? Peace is this moment without judgment. That is all. This moment in the heart space where everything that is welcome. Peace is this moment without thinking that it should be some other way, that you should feel some other thing, that your life should unfold according to your plans. Peace is this moment without judgment. This moment in the heart space where everything that is welcome. So this afternoon, I wanted our meditation to include, hopefully, a sense of being in that heart space, being that heart space where everything that is welcome, and then inviting into that space, the heart space where everything that is welcome, inviting whatever it is that feels to you as though it's an obstacle to peace. And of course, there are many, many things that one might choose. I'm going to only ask you to choose one thing. And you don't have to make it the most challenging thing in your life, but we're going to see what it feels like to actually experience something as far down as we can, diving into the wave of experience as authentically and as truly as we possibly can without separating from it. Because most things that are unpleasant or challenging, we want to get rid of. And much of life is concerned with trying to control whatever's here now. And I'm not talking about actions that are harmful. You know, we would hope there would be some way to control those kind of impulses. I'm talking about our relationship with what's going on inside ourselves. And of course, that extends to our relationships with others, with the world, with this relative expression of the absolute. Adyashanti once said, the end of struggle is peace. But this peace doesn't really struggle with struggle. So that's kind of the paradox of it. You know, it's even the struggling is happening in the context of a greater peace, of a greater silence, of our true nature. So let's just see where we go with this, and we can talk about it later. So I'm going to just invite you to close your eyes and become present. Presence is already present, but your mind may be elsewhere. And just be aware of what's happening now in your own experience. Not because it should or it shouldn't, but just what's here, what is actually here. Maybe your stomach is full from the lunch you ate, or maybe you didn't have lunch and you're feeling empty and hungry. Maybe something happened during the break that you're thinking about. Whatever it is, just tune in to what's here now, with no attempt to change anything, or hold on to anything, or refuse anything. And then see if you can bring attention to the heart space that this poem was speaking about. It may feel in your own experience like it has a location, or it might not feel like it has a location, but you'll know when you begin to feel into, sense into the heart space that is open for whatever's here. Ramana Maharshi spoke about the self with capital S as the heart. And we could say it's no self, or we could say it's self. It doesn't matter the language we use. It's this mystery that is within each of us that's open and awake and welcoming with deep compassion, love, and understanding, whatever finds its way to be touched by this heart. And maybe you can begin to feel the sun of your own awareness, as I was speaking about earlier, the warmth of that sun that begins to shine when we put our attention on it. And you might begin to just feel into your own heart space and see whether it feels open or whether it feels closed, whether you encounter layers of armor, protection around the heart or not. It's just interested in what's actually here, not what should be here. And just imagine, perhaps you actually can feel that there's an opening here. We might say the door is open in this heart space for anything. It refuses nothing and it holds on to nothing. It's empty, and so it can be filled with anything and everything without exception. And so see in your own experience what you might like to invite in to the heart that is yours, that is you. Could be a challenging feeling or situation. Something that wants to have light shed on it and compassion enveloping it. Something you'd like to understand more deeply or experience more fully. You get to choose what it is that you invite in this moment. And it could be an emotion that is particularly challenging to you at times. Anger, sadness, fear. But whatever it is, I want to invite you to see if you can find the place in your body where you register this particular feeling or challenge. For instance, you may feel sadness in the area of the heart, or rage in the gut, or fear even deeper. See if you can locate where the energy is expressing itself in your body. And for at least the next few moments, drop the story about it. Drop the narrative about it. Drop the judgment about it. And feel deeply into its energy. And this may be quite easy for some of you. It may be challenging for others, but do the best you can to feel into the energy of this that you have invited for a deeper exploration. What is the wave on the surface of the ocean that feels so challenging, or so upsetting, or so much of an obstacle to peace? And where in your body do you experience this? And can you get interested in the energy there? The energy created by a belief or a thought, the energy of an emotion, a sensation in your body. And the invitation here is to be intimate with that energy. We are not trying to get rid of anything. We are here allowing whatever you chose to be exactly as it is. We're interested to explore, what is it made of? This very thing, this very experience, this very feeling, whatever. And as you allow yourself to become more intimate with it, to perhaps feel its energy or its shape if it has one, or its color if it has one, its vibration if it has one, ask yourself, and what's beneath this? What's deeper than this? So for instance, if we've chosen to look at anger, we may find that what's deeper than anger is fear or sadness. If we've chosen sadness, we might feel what's deeper than sadness. Maybe we would get to fear. If we've chosen fear, what's deeper than fear? I leave that to you. It's as if we're going in a down elevator through the different levels of our being around this particular experience. Or diving through the wave, through the current that's underneath the wave, into the deeper waters of experience. And just keep going. Become interested, curious. What is this? What attention is it looking for? Where is its tension held in the body? Can I actually be the energy? Can I be that intimate with this experience so that I'm not separate from it, not separating a self from it? As they say in Zen, be the barrier. Be the barrier. Be it fully. And what happens when you're not refusing something? when you're allowing it to be what it is, as it is. When you're feeling it in the heart space where everything that is welcome. Where the peace that you are is not refusing even what feels like it's opposite in your experience. And just let go of the judgment. And if something is arising that says, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, it's struggling against this very invitation, then just invite the struggle into the heart that welcomes it all. Welcome the resistance, the refusal, the no, if that's what you find. Maybe there's a felt sense, I can't be present to this. I don't want to be present to this. That's fine. We accept that. But maybe you can begin to feel into the presence that's present to the refusal. There's always a deeper dimension. Always a level of experience, a level of the expression of the infinite that we can become aware of, be open to. And if the experience changes, let that happen as well. So often when we do welcome something, or even just let it peek in the door without any kind of open-armed welcome experience, but so often when we're just willing to let, even in small ways, let experience be what it is, we find that something begins to soften around it, to become a little bit calmer, a little more relaxed with it, a little less judging will happen. And so we'll just sit for a while together in the silence. And to the best of your ability, see if you can, for the moment, drop the narrative, drop the words around whatever it is, and become intimate with the experience. So intimate that perhaps you don't feel separate from it anymore. Or maybe you will. That's okay too. But we're inviting this that has no fear to touch our fear. This that is not threatened by sadness to touch our sadness. This that is not refusing anger to touch our anger or whatever. These dimensions of our being are simultaneously present at all times. And we're just inviting ourselves to become more conscious of this in this experience, in this experiment. And so just see what wants to happen. Be awake and aware and open to whatever wants to reveal itself in your own experience as you dive deeper and deeper in the same ocean that produces the waves, in the same ocean that's very still and peaceful in its depths, simultaneously present to all of its expressions without exception.